Hi, I'm Kimberly. Welcome to Simply Living in a Small Town. I hope everybody is having a great start to their week. Today is Monday, and I'm going to be getting this video out late. Thank you so much for watching, as I truly do appreciate that. So, I'm sorry I did not get back on Friday. Sorry about that. It was another one of those days that my daughter was going to her dad's, and I literally, despite having my other thing done that I was trying to get finished here, my other WIP, I was wore out when I got home, and I just could not function. Pretty much. So I had already had like one item done. I was trying to finish up this bag that I will show you here. So I did get this done. Well, Friday morning I finished this up. Or was it Thursday night? Anyway, I had it ready for a video. You know what? I did have it almost ready. Okay. This is how bad it is. I have to back up a minute. The bag was done on Friday, but I had to put the straps on it yet. So here is the beach bag that I made with the straps on it now. And it has a towel in it currently. So you could kind of see it, you know, more stuffed with something in it. I have not weaved in the tails yet. But this turned out really cute. So the straps are long enough that I can put it on my arm and carry it like this if I want to. Or, you know, or I can just slip it over my... I tend to do that a lot. I just slip things over my arm like this while I'm walking, so... but I think it turned out really cute. I really like the straps. I ran out of the moon dance. Well, I actually have a little bit left, but it's like a little tiny ball. So that was clearly not going to be enough to do the straps that are a really deep purple. And that is this yarn that is the Premier cotton yarn. That's the recycled cotton, Premier Home Cotton. That's what I was trying to say. I'm sorry, I am having issues tonight, and I was trying to get this video done. My stomach is really bothering me. So once I get done with this and get it uploaded and such, I am going to bed because I don't feel good. But anyway, that's what this is. I love this color. I think it's really pretty. And the colorway is called Eggplant, so it's a really deep purple. But yeah, I like how this turned out. I'm really happy with it. So I could have done it differently, but you know, I've never just made one from scratch before, so it's kind of you know, a fun experience to do. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. And then I already had done before the bag that I was trying to get the video done Friday for. And it was just not, like I said, I was so, I tell you, by the time Friday comes and then the driving down and back, just, I'm, by that point, by the time I get home, I'm just thoroughly exhausted. So the other thing that I got done before this was I was working on another one of these hats. This is another one of those wide brim sun hat. It's a Bago de crochet pattern. Now this one, I did not do an extra row at the top like I did on the first one. So this one like fits me perfect. And I tried this on my daughter. It fits her perfect. So, which is awesome because I want to get some pictures done with the hats. I had an actual idea for that I intended to do by Easter. Well, for Easter, kind of. I can still get it done, but The weather has just not been, y'all, the weather has not been cooperative. So our weather this week is supposed to rain all week, literally Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which today's Monday, and yes, it has rained off and on today. So it was like, well, when my daughter got home after school, a little after 3, it was raining again. So it's rained sporadically off and on all day. It's supposed to do the same this week, all week. And yeah, I'm just, we're all over it. I mean, everybody that I know is over it. And we have had such massive amounts of rain this year. It's like trying to get the grass cut is a major issue. But I love how the hat turned out. I think these are so cute. And like I said, so I had that done. My cat's down here looking around. I see you. Uh-oh, she's gonna try to come up. So I had, see what? I knew it. I knew it. Hello. Yes, you're my girl, aren't you? The girls are the best, y'all. We are outnumbered here, aren't we, Amara? There's only 3 girls and we got 4 boys, which is four, well, probably 2 too many of the boys. Everybody is fixed. That's not an issue. But the boys are, a couple of them are pains in the butts, Are you going to say hi? She says, no, not exactly. So anyway, come on, Amara. She was upset because she couldn't sit outside all day. I know. She says she couldn't be outside all day. Poor Jill. Oh, I know. Oh, your paw is stuck. Hold on. Okay, anyway. So yeah, the weather is, who knows, basically, one day at a time. Now, I did pretty good most of the day, despite the fact that I've been aching all day, which probably because, of the rain. So the pressure shift kind of always does it every time rain's coming on. The first day, by day 2, it's like my body's like, okay, whatever, it's raining, and it's just always this way, like the day before and or into, the first day of raining, then the next day it's okay in regards to not aching all over anyways. Doesn't mean I don't still have pain, but so anyway, I was working on this blanket. I'm going to show you what I got done on this blanket now. I have had some frustration here, so I'm going to show you what I have here so far. So you try to see that, not you, Amara. It's not showing up kind of, the multicolor is kind of, it's more bright than that. But at any rate, it's really pretty. It's turned out really, really pretty. However, the reason why I'm upset with this, y'all. So, we went to pick up my daughter in Kentucky yesterday. And I worked on this blanket on the way there and on the way back. I get home, sat down here in my chair to look at it. By the time I finally did that, anyway, I sat down and looked at it. So I'm going to count my stitches. It's a good thing I did, because so my stitch count was off by 3 whole stitches, meaning Amara, meaning that I was short 3 stitches. So I was, well, how? So I started going back through rows, frogging them. I frogged out 4 rows and I was still not finding, like, I'm like, I don't get this. Like, because I was even counting now on the way back, I was counting the number in the row and it was right. So that's why I couldn't figure out. So then somewhere like along the way, I lost 3 stitches. Now it must have been sporadic as to what I found out, because I frogged back 4 rows, you know, checking each row as I went. And I finally stopped. This was last night. Because I was, oh my gosh, okay, I'm not going to keep looking for this problem right now. Well, so then I got to just, you know, I was just sitting looking at the blanket, which, you know, with a dark color, it can be hard to see the stitches. And plus the way the stitches are, like, really tight in together. Because you're putting, like, some of these rows where you're making clusters, you're putting 3 stitches in a stitch. Not every stitch, but, you know, the stitches, in other words, the stitches that you're going into to make these clusters, you're putting 3 stitches then in the 1 stitch. So I'm looking and I'm just glancing at it, and strangely enough, I get to the bottom and I'm looking at the bottom, and then I go, wait a minute. And it was down here on the first shell, like where you're making these clusters, which happens to be row number 3. And I see 2 stitches in one of the clusters instead of 3. And I'm like, am I seeing that right? So I turn it over the other way and I'm looking and I'm like, and I, you know, sometimes you have to try to spread these apart to look, and I'm like, yeah, I have 2 stitches there. So that accounts for 1 stitch. Like, you know, that accounts for 1 stitch. But then, y'all, I never bothered looking for the other 2 stitches. So, because after I straightened that out, then my number was right. Like when I redid, because so this morning I went back and I frogged clear down here where you can see this bunch of blue. So I frogged this morning clear back to row 3. And when I say clear back to row 3, I was like in the beginning of row 3 is where I had to frog back to. So I was like, oh my gosh. And I'm just like, I still have a pile of yarn in my chair, because, so obviously since then I've made up like all of this. But yeah, I was really frustrated. So did that. Once I redid that row, then my stitch count came out right. So yeah, ever since then I've been fine. So that's bizarre. I don't know how exactly, I don't know. So, but it's fine. I'm gonna actually, so when we were out yesterday and I was crocheting on the way and back, I recorded a little bit on the way back, and we actually had stopped at a park because we got something to eat through a drive-through, and we went and sat at this park right down the street because we had a grocery order to pick up at Walmart. So we had some time to just, you know, do nothing basically. So we sat at the park and I recorded a little bit of this, but you'll see my frustration once you see the video, the video clip, because I had quite a bit more done than what I have here now. So although, I mean, it's okay, I've fixed it, but it's just, you know, it's one of those things that I'm not in a hurry to get it done. It's like whenever I get it done, I get it done. But it's just frustrating because I was quite a bit further than where I'm at with it now. So, and then while we were sitting there and I was recording a little bit, there were some geese, right? Like out in the parking lot where we were sitting. and they were literally like coming towards the car. So I think you'll see that in this clip too. So I'm going to insert the clip in at this point. So yeah, that's a little bit frustrating on the blanket, but like I said, it happens. It'll be okay. Like it's like a very simple pattern. This is, so if you haven't seen before, this is the Boggy Creek blanket tutorial by Cinnamon Stitches. I'll link that in the description box in case you want to look that up. It's a very simple blanket pattern, basically, you know. But yeah, it's really simple. And I get frustrated when I do that, because I was even counting, you know, not every single row, but I was at certain points, like, you know, I was counting the stitches to make sure it came out right. So I'm not sure, like, you know, I don't know if any of you do this, but sometimes my mind, like with something like that, that I don't have to think as much about, and I'm just kind of in the rhythm of doing it, my mind like trails off into, I don't know, thinking about all kinds of different things. And then so sometimes that's when something like that would happen, you know. So, you know, not always, because I actually do that quite a bit. Now the purple top that I showed you previously, the granny square top that I'm making, I still just have this one little square for the back panel because I literally cannot find this skeiny yarn. And I did clean in here the other day and even like organize some yarn. When I say organize some yarn, I put I still have the box from Mary Maxim in here on the floor and from here, and I actually just put some yarn in the top of there where I had used some out. I put some away that I'm not using right now. And I'm telling you that I cannot figure out, so I'm like telling my husband, I said, well, I mean, I guess I'm just going to have to, like, I mean, I was already going to have to get probably like another 2 skeins of yarn. So now I probably need 3. I mean, I'm so frustrated about that. But this is beautiful. If you can see that really well. But the color's not showing up really, really good. But it's like purple, pink, and like a, Amara, you're like right in the way. Like a gold kind of a color. Yeah, and then like a hint of green even in it. Almost like a forest green kind of color. So it's really, really pretty. You are absolutely not going to do that. Y'all, she is pawing my blanket trying to, she has some obsession when I am sitting and crocheting. She's jealous of it. And she literally will fly into my lap and lay it like over top of it. Whatever it is I'm crocheting on. Yes, I'm talking about you. Yes. Come on. She cannot have the blanket. She would like my blankets, but she cannot have it. So, oh, now she's found, what do you have? Oh, she's got, oh, here's what's left from that bag. She just dug this out of this box over here, but that's what's left of that. Just a little tiny ball. I forgot I stuck that in there. And of course you would find it, and then you threw the other yarn ball on the floor. Okay, that's enough of that. Come on, boo boo. Come on. Oh my gosh. She's such a chunk. So yeah, I love this. I could see even just doing a granny square blanket with this, or I don't know. I just love it. I think it's beautiful. But yeah, it's got a really pretty pink in it. It's like whites in it, and kind of like a rose, kind of a mauve color. But yeah, it's super pretty. But yeah, I cannot figure out, I just cannot figure out, I swear, this is not the first skein of yarn that's disappeared like this either. And I'm like, I do not, I mean, the room is somewhat messy, but it's not like that bad. Like the yarn is, it's not like all over the room, you know, it's like in here, in them 2 boxes down there. And then I have some yarn over here by my chair. And then the rest of my yarn, well, and I have a tote of yarn in here on the floor, but it's closed up. And then the rest is in my office. So And it never went in my office. I mean, I know it's not in there. So I'm just at a loss right now. And I'm like, great. So I really do need to go to Hobby Lobby, I guess, you know, sooner rather than later. Because, like, I wanted to get this done, this sweater. And I'm frustrated because I'm like, this is just pretty simple construction of a sweater to do. And now I can't even find the dang yarns. Anyway, I shall return tomorrow, providing I feel good enough, which hopefully I do. I should be all right by in the morning. I'm just having, my stomach's bothering me. At this point, my aching has, you know, it finally subsided. So yeah, I should be back tomorrow, and I shall see you Tuesday. And like I said, I hope your week has started out wonderfully. Hopefully not with tons of rain. So till next time, bye now. God bless.